I think that's important for people to see. There's like certain stack combinations that make sense for people. We'd mentioned Open DNS as a way to flag weird, kind of hard for a human to see, like a really subtle change in a DNS entry. The uncontrolled endpoints, everybody's at home. We have Okta and Duo, but holy moly, someone just used their iPad. Makes sense. They want something simple to use. And exceptions, the fancy 20% versus now we got 80, 95% of the population that's accessing the business, not just the fancy few. That's really interesting. It can be made simple. And I think that's the thing, is that people want, when we're talking about it, it should not be taken as complex. There are some decisions that have to be made, but if they aren't made, it will get complex and mistakes are made. But we're actually, you can lean into simplicity, which is a kind of stacking your combinations of products to solve for certain types of problems.
Yeah, and another good example of this and why the automation pieces are very important. US CERT just released a spreadsheet of people they've identified as known malware providers trying to take advantage of COVID. That list is 2,515 domains, FQDN domains, all with dynamic IPs. So 2,515 that and that's what they found in the last week or so. And so if you don't have dynamic security, someone is going to do what with this?
For those of you that aren't as fluent with the FQDN means, what that means is it's a fully qualified domain name. I mean, it's not a potential poison domain. That's the real deal. And so your defenses are not going to necessarily flag that as a poison domain. Is that what you're saying?
Right. And with the cloud, that domain could be anywhere. Because if it's a real
West Coast,
cloud
East
service,
Coast,
it can show up as absolutely anywhere, and it can move around too.
Yeah.
So it's not like you can play whack-a-mole by blocking IP addresses. And even these FQDNs, they're going to change constantly. You would need something like, let's say, Open DNS, Cloud App Security, one of those, that if one of these domains is being hit by a process or by a DNS lookup or something like that, that it'll actually do something about it. And the interesting part here is that's what they found in, my understanding is, about a week. Well, all right, it's been a week since they actually got around to publishing it. So now how many more are there?